them and get them out to vote. So when I say my job, I can't do it without all the help of all of Arizona for certain. But what I can do from a financial standpoint is put my money where my mouth is, as you see on the card on the back, that your other Republican choices are not doing. The other thing, if you look at the financials that just came out, we're required as a federal race to report every quarter. So as of the end of third quarter and end of September, the Lamon campaign has raised across this country and personal contributions $5.5 million. Just for perspective, Blake, the next closest, has raised $1.0 million. Jim Lamon's money and the team of this campaign, this 5.5, 93% came from Arizona. Blake, God bless him, he's a young guy, he's young, it's gonna be good one day. 17% came from Arizona. More out of San Francisco than all the private donors, all the small donors could buy. And again, guys, I am not beating up, you need to know the facts, okay? It's on our website. It's also on our Facebook, our social media. Reagan, doing a fantastic job getting us up. So guys, I want to spend just a minute on policy because it's on the website and more's coming. There's 9 policies on there now and there's probably going to be about 18 total. Because I want to spell out to Arizona what you're buying from Jim Lamon, not say one thing in the primary, say another in the general, say another when you're in the Senate. I want you to hold me accountable for what's on there. I want your feedback. Again, this is not my seat, this is ours. But when we put it on there, I'm gonna go do everything in my power to go do that. It's not this, I'm just not made that way. You know, I'm a linebacker, a paratrooper, and a guy who's built with a great team, billion-dollar coal plants, gas plants, solar plants, on time, on budget, on schedule, from New York City to Wichita to, you know, Tucson, okay? I'm a hands-on guy. I go get stuff done because I'm just that hard-headed. And what's on there is going to get done. I give you an example of the border. Like mentioned earlier, that not only the Arizona Police Association, the National Border Patrol, Brandon Judd, Tom Holman, Mark Morgan, Patriots all, supported President Trump hardcore. All 3, and the 21,000 Border Patrol have endorsed this campaign. Guys, that's the earliest ever. Because guys, we're under an invasion. And in terms of this policy, again on the website, it spells out lots of detail. It'll say what I will do and what I will not do. Let me just give you an example. I won't go through these in total. I just want to give you an example of what you'll see on the website. Things like under border control. And this is coming from the guys who know this. And that's my goal. I'm not the smartest guy on the planet, nor the guy who knows these issues, but that is my goal, and my promise to you is I will find the best person for us to go make this happen. And then they will be on staff. And we're going to Washington to go get stuff done. Not a lot of young Republican folks that just graduated from college on staff, like most of our colleagues up, or most of the senators on the Republican side and Democrat have. I'll pay the extra salaries, but we're going to have the real team up there. We're going to get real stuff done. Example on border control. And we even changed the title. It used to say immigration. They said, Jim, there is no immigration. It's an invasion. We got to have border control. So, example, Remain in Mexico policy must be reinstituted. Complete the remaining 123 miles of the wall. Mandatory E-Verify, just like we do in my company. No sanctuary cities. No Chinese or India tech visas. Well, this is common sense. Do you know 500,000 a year? Chinese tech visas? I mean, we got great engineers across this country. In my company, we're 1,724 last Friday on payroll. So I signed a front of paychecks, right? None of my worthy competitors do that. None of them have been a business guy. I know what it's like to have to compete with the government, like many of you do. What it's like to have to get them out of the way for permits and things like that. So of those 1,700, by the way, 22% are veterans. The general population is about 4 or 5%. But it's the right thing to do, right? To give them that extra shot. We buy American first. We do additional by giving 10% of our net income to the most needy. the right thing to do. It's a private company. But my point about the 1,700 is that we hire about 40 a month. And by the way, we've told through Scott Messino, who's here, he's on my security team, he was on President Trump's detail, and part of that, he stays very close in touch with the Arizona Police Association. We've told them, guys, if anybody in Phoenix Police Department are getting mandated to take the vaccine or leave, please come to our website. We got 42 positions open as of yesterday. You get priority. Okay? Next, no visa overstays. There's over 4 million people here that don't belong here. They're taking jobs from Americans. Go home, you guys, that wasn't the invite we sent to you. You got to come visit, learn, go home, okay? And then, of course, criminal gangs and things like that supporting the police. So, guys, a lot is common sense, but on that website, that's one example reading you what will and won't get done is, you know, the yeses and nos. That's my full intent. With Brandon Judd at my side to go get this stuff done. And additionally, like Dershowitz, probably one of the best constitutional lawyers we've ever seen. If I need to get him and 2 others like him, because whoever it is running the Senate, you know, Schumer, McConnell, Cotton, whoever, by God, the Arizona delegation is going to have the best legal talent they've ever come up against to get things done or to stop things from getting done. Most of the things up there are just out of control. Drain. That's all. When Gingrich and Clinton balanced the budget back a few years before 9/11, what, 1998 or so, $2 trillion. Escalate that for inflation, you get $3 trillion. These yahoos in D.C. with our taxpayer money are talking 6. Well, God knows what they're talking today, right? That's insanity. It's got to stop. So, guys, I'm going to be hard. Don't vote for me if you want somebody on Fox looking cute. I mean, I look okay, right? But if you want the pretty boys on Fox, go vote for them. If you want to get stuff done, then I'm your guy. Because, guys, I am not signing up for this to go play cutesy. I've got a beautiful life and a great company, and I backed out of it just as chairman. Hang out on the beach somewhere. But that's not what I believe I need to do the rest of my life, and good Lord told me that as well. There's a country to save here. Yep. And guys, it is time for action. I mean, you're here on this beautiful night, you got a packed house. Don't leave it here. Get involved, please. I'm going to round out here a little bit with some policies. I won't go into detail, but election integrity. You'll see on the website, you know, things like mandatory voter ID. One of the things our legislature came up with, the hologram ballots, which is now in law in Arizona, that kind of stuff. So only one legal vote per person must be. Can't be more than that. 12-year term limits. I've signed the pledge. Others need to do the same. I got a shame of some people in the Congress. You've forgotten what it's like to be a citizen. You've forgotten what it's like to compete with you out in the real world. Guys, I'm going to bring it up to them daily. I'm not a wallflower. So if you want a fighter, you want a pusher, you want a shaker, you want real action by a team that you will be extremely proud of, that's real staff on each one of these issues, then I'm your guy. And I'll be held accountable. I'm putting it out on the website. It's not consultants, I'll drive them crazy. Jim, somebody might come back and ask you about that. Well, I hope so. I mean, this is your state, your Senate seat that I'm going to represent you. And these are the issues that you've told me, and around the state, we've been now in those various 80-plus presentations in 24 weeks, about 44,000 people, right? And I'll give you another quick example. We'll drop down to education for a moment. Show of hands, please. Who believes the Department of Education is doing something good for our country? Well, okay. Unanimous. So by God, one of my goals is to close it. Because I'm all for public education. I'm a public education guy. But the dollars need to follow with the parent and the child making that decision, not some ding-dong in Washington, D.C. Water is imminently solvable. This is America. Don't give me this rationing of water BS. We got the Mississippi River that is on low margin.